Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the channel. A new series idea here for you guys today. I know what you're thinking, how am I doing another series, but we'll get into that in a second. Basically, this career mode is going to be called the Ultimate Team Career Mode. This is going to be a series that combines the Ultimate Team and Career Mode. We're going to be starting in German League 2, replacing all the players in our squad with a fresh start Ultimate Team squad. The players in the team will be both made of Career Mode and Ultimate Team. The players will be the same on both sides. Every 5 wins in a Career Mode equals a pack in Ultimate Team. The players in that pack will only be available once the transfer window opens, obviously. All player transfers have to happen during the transfer window of the career mode. Every career mode tournament that we win is going to equal a draft, including the preseason tournament we're about to get into today. 2 divisions of Ultimate Team seasons will be played in the length of a career mode series. So the first half of the season we're going to play 1 division, the second half of the season we're going to play the 2nd division. When the transfer window opens, we have the option of selling and buying players, doing what we need to do to make the team. Players can also be submitted into the squad building challenges during the window, but are lost in both career mode and Ultimate Team. The objective is obviously to get Division 1 in Ultimate Team and win all the available competitions in career mode. I can take a deep breath. We can start off with what we're talking about here. So as you guys see, this is a fresh team. I just restarted my Ultimate Team. They ended up giving me a new name. It is what it is. We're Sheffield Dons in Ultimate Team, but it is what it is. So this is the first team. You're going to see first owner on all of these players. It's the first 22 players you get whenever you start an Ultimate Team. So we look at this team. I show you guys the stats. I show you the formation we're looking with. Right off the bat, I'm really happy that we got a lot of French players in, so that's kind of the direction I'm going to go, at least for this first team, for this first couple year or so, at least for the Ultimate Team side of things. And as we upgrade players, I'll kind of be able to do more with the Ultimate Team. So basically, here's the premise. I know I just talked about all the rules, but here's what I really have an idea of this for. So the idea is, in career mode, and definitely this year, we have the club objectives. You know, you have to make sure you keep your youth team good. You have to make sure you're buying the right kind of players. You have to make sure you're making a profit with your team. You know, doing well internationally as well as domestically, and just, you know, keeping track of all of these things. You'll see I'm going into the career mode now, but I wanted to take that, but then also include Ultimate Team, because I was sitting here thinking, you know, the players are obviously the same across both, so why not challenge myself here? Why not give myself an added challenge for both Ultimate Team and Career Mode? So all the players that are in the club are going to be identical from one team to the other. I went ahead and added a transfer boost to this so that I could buy the players whoever I end up getting in packs, right? So basically, we start off the season, transfer window is open. Like I said in the beginning, every 5 wins that we get, we're going to end up getting a pack, and then every time we win a tournament, we're going to end up getting a draft token, which obviously could equal out to either 3, 4, or 5 packs depending on how well you do and how good your luck is. So you'll see today, this is why this is going to be a longer episode. I want to talk about everything in the beginning and then also show you the entirety of the preseason tournament to see where we end up at the end of the episode. But I wanted to give myself the challenge of Ultimate Team and having chemistry in Ultimate Team, but then still have, you know, good youth players that are going to have really good potential that are going to affect things in Ultimate Team. So I could end up with a silver in Ultimate Team that I have in my starting lineup there, but then in my career mode he's like an 80-something rated player because his potential has gone crazy. So that's kind of the premise I have here. Like I said, the players are going to match on both sides. Stats are going to be different. Usually probably the teams that we're going to be playing are different, because not all the time am I actually going to be able to make sure that the team I have in my starting lineup in the career mode is going to be self-sufficient to use an Ultimate Team. As kind of you guys see here, I already have a different formation. I'm running a 4-2-3-1 in career mode, while I'm running a 4-2-2 in Ultimate Team, just because of chemistry reasons. I had to make sure all the French players were together. Whereas in this, I can make sure I'm playing all 3 of my 70 rated players, or two or three of my 70 rated players, whatever it is. I think it's 3. So that's kind of the idea here, and I think you guys are going to like this series. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's a lot going on, but it's going to be really exciting. So the transfer window, obviously, we're going to have coins to use in Ultimate Team, and we just have to make sure that the player that we buy in Career Mode, we can also buy in Ultimate Team and vice versa. The players we get in packs, we can decide whether or not we want to keep them or go ahead and sell them off. The players we get in packs, if we do open them while the transfer window is closed, obviously those players will not be able to be used in Ultimate Team, and they're not going to be able to be used in Career Mode, and obviously until that player is officially in both squads. So we're not going to see anything of that nature in this episode. This is all gameplay. This is all the first tournament of the series. Wanted to get the preseason tournament out of the way, try to get our first draft token if we can, and honestly we could even get a pack because there's 5 games that you can play in this tournament, 3 in the group stages, semifinal and final. So if we win all 5, then we get a pack, and then we also get the draft token. I was also thinking that once we play in the League Cup and once hopefully one day we get to the Champions League, I'm thinking that if you get to the round of 16 and lose, then you get 1 pack. If you get a quarterfinals, you get 2 packs. If you get to the semifinals, 3 packs, and finals, 4 packs, or maybe it's quarterfinals 1 pack, semi 2, and then finals you do 3 packs. That way, because you'll only get 3 basic premium gold packs, whereas if you play the draft, you have the potential to end up getting like a rare gold player pack or something like that. So if you guys think that's a good idea, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm just still kind of playing around with those ideas. We'll kind of get to that once we actually start playing in the cup and whenever it becomes a little bit more relevant, because honestly this first season probably not going to be all that great. But we're starting off in German League 2. Like I said, it's funny, we're actually using a team from Italy, second league, because I like their crest. We have a bunch of players from the French League 2, and then we're using the position of a German league team. So here I'm just showing you guys the goals, trying to, like I said, get through this entire tournament, just showing you the games that we win and draw and whatnot while I can. That way at the start of the next episode I can show you guys what's going to happen Ultimate Team side wise. The format of every episode here in the next couple episodes, really once the regular season starts, we're going to do 2 Career Mode games and 1 Ultimate Team game up until the point that we play all of our Ultimate Team games for that half of the season, which if you guys want me to explain that a little bit more, it's every Ultimate Team division is 10 games, so you have the chance to play 10 games in half a season, or you just play until you're promoted for that half of the season, because you only get to play two divisions per season, full-length season, so that's 1 on each side. So like I said, realistically D10 we should be able to do really well, but because we're kind of constricted on how we get to do our team, we have to make sure that we get promoted, but we play 1 game per episode until we do get promoted and win the league, hopefully. So once we go through that division, then we'll kind of get back to just doing 3 games in a episode per episode in the regular Career Mode until we get to the transfer window. We'll do stuff with the transfer window, and that'll be it. If you guys are wondering what's going to go on in this first transfer window, obviously it is open right now, so the idea here is that you look at the team. We have it set right now. We're going to play this first tournament. We should hopefully be getting a draft token. I chose an easy tournament on purpose. It was a tournament that was, 1, going to give me the most money, and 2, was going to be honestly probably the easiest for us to win. There was 1 easier one for us to go into, but it was less money, so we went with the most money, but it was still only a 1.5 star tournament, so we're good there. If you guys are wondering, I don't know if you saw the team rating, but we are a 2-star team, and I think it dropped to 1.5 stars once I actually started Career Mode. Since we only have 22 players in the team, it gets dropped really quickly since we have all bronze, like 60 or 50 rated players. So we are a 2-star rated team in a league with a bunch of 3-star rated teams, I believe, 3 to 4 stars. So it's definitely going to be a challenge this season. The board doesn't even think we're going to make mid-table. I think we can at least do that. Obviously, by the time the season starts, we'll have a better team. But from the packs that we hopefully get from the draft, if we get there, and then the coins that we get from playing in the draft, and then playing hopefully a game or two before the transfer window shuts, we should be able to buy 1 or 2 players with the coins that we get. So you guys will kind of see how everything breaks down there. I already have 1 episode recorded after this so that we can kind of catch back up and get to a good spot. So I'm trying to think here. We're going to have, like I said, every 5 games is going to be a pack. So if we get 5 games, we can go ahead and buy that pack and have it sitting there ready for us, but we can't actually open it until the transfer window opens. The only time I'm going to open it while a transfer window is still going on, or while the transfer window is not open, is if there is if there's a team of the week out that I'm really thinking like this is a player that we need to get or something like that, or a player that I just really want and think that it would be interesting to get them in the team, then we'll go ahead and do something like that. We'll go ahead and open it up. But like I said, we won't actually be able to use that player in Ultimate Team until we're able to buy them in Career Mode. So obviously, as much as I would love to like pack a Ronaldo or pack a Messi or whatever, realistically, even if we did, he's just going to have to sit in my account until we get to the Bundesliga so that we can actually use them and buy them, because it's going to be a while till we're actually worth enough money to get enough money to actually buy a player like that. Right now, the most money we have right now is 50 million, a little under that. It's more like 45, I believe. So we just need to try to increase the entirety of the team as fast as possible, but also make sure that we're keeping chemistry. So like I said, the players that we pack, it is what it is. We'll get them. Some of them will sell off. The other ones we'll keep, depending on how well it's going to make our team in career mode better, while still making sure that we're not spending too much money. And then over in the Ultimate Team side, whenever I'm buying players, obviously I'm going to, for now, try to finish out the French part of the team so that I can have a full French team, and then just start upgrading players from there. And then hopefully start being able to do some hybrid type stuff. That way I can make sure that I'm getting the best players for my career mode as I am for my Ultimate Team. That way both sides are doing really well, and we can strengthen as a unit. So I hope you guys do enjoy the idea of this series. Here, I believe we're in the or the semifinals at this point. I believe we have already made it through group stages. We did, because we just tied that last game, so we didn't end up getting 5 wins in this episode. It is 5 wins. It's not 4 wins and a draw or anything like that. It is 5 outright wins. It's the best way to make sure we don't get too many players in packs and whatnot. So I figured that was the best way to do it. So we're not going to get the 5 wins, but we're still doing well. We're drawing at this point in this game. But if we can pull out these next 2 victories, just grind out the victories, then we'll be able to go ahead and grab ourselves a draft token, and then that will be in the next episode if we make it that far. So working our way in, it was just nice finishing from this team. I do enjoy playing in this formation. I didn't think I would. I was kind of worried whenever I picked it that it wasn't going to really work well for me. I still think I need a few certain players in this team to really get the full strength of what I'm trying to do with this team. I don't have too much pace on the wings or in the wing back positions, so it puts me in a little bit of a disadvantage against some of these teams. Not so much in this one. It did for the majority of this game, but then once I had scored the second goal, the game opened up a lot, and it allowed me to actually grab a 3rd goal there. So I know what I need to strengthen. I'm hoping from packs, or I'm hoping from packs we can get those players. That way I don't have to actually go out and spend money for them. Obviously you have to spend money on any player in career mode, but in terms of the Ultimate Team side, that way, you know, if we do end up getting bad players in packs, we can actually quick sell them or sell them off in Ultimate Team to make sure that we have enough money to buy a pretty good player for the career mode side of things. Obviously, I'm probably going to try to buy a player in career mode first before I go to Ultimate Team and try to buy them, because some players may not want to come to Bundesliga 2, whereas, you know, it's there's no gate that I have to try to get through for Ultimate Team players other than coins. So this, like I keep saying it, and I'm sorry if I'm like a broken record at this point, but this is just a series that I'm really excited to do. Whenever I thought of this idea, I like immediately wrote it down because I didn't have time to actually go ahead and try to sit down and try to work out all the inner workings. But like I was even sitting in class one day just like typing out all these rules. That rule sheet you saw, that was literally just something that I typed up in class and just took a snapshot of it, and I'm like, this is going in the video, this is how this series is going to work. I think these are all the rules that I need to cover and everything like that. Luckily, I don't know if you guys noticed, but whenever we were looking for the board objectives for the youth development, it said we only had to sign a midfielder from our youth academy, but we don't actually have to play them, because I don't know if you guys how much career mode you guys have played, but sometimes in career modes they want you to like make sure that they're in the first team within like 3 years or something like that. So I was really glad to see that I didn't actually have to use the youth academy players, because it's not going to be something I'm able to do, because I'm not going to be able to use them in Ultimate Team, obviously. So it's not going to work out for me there. Here, you guys see we ended up actually winning the European International Cup. So that's really good for us. We're going to be able to move forward into that draft in the next episode. Not sure what to expect, because I've had such bad luck with drafts recently that my connection has just been awful recently. Whenever I go up against somebody else, for whatever reason, my connection's totally fine whenever I'm playing league divisions or seasons or anything like that. My connection's totally fine, pro clubs, whatever. The second I go into a draft, my connection, I don't know if it's just the other people that I'm playing against or what, but I have the worst luck, and I already know something like that's going to happen whenever I try to record that episode. So I'm already like in my mind disappointed as to what's going to happen. But even if we end up losing, we'll end up getting like probably 3 packs or something, get a decent amount of players, maybe be able to throw them into a squad builder or something. And just try to get some decent players into the team. Like I said, we don't want anyone too crazy, because we need to make sure we can get them in the career mode aspect of things. But in that next episode, we'll definitely be able to play the draft and try to get a few players in. That's probably the extent of what that episode's going to be, because it's going to be too much stuff to actually throw into one. I want to try to limit these lengths of episodes and try to make sure this is the only long one we have. But other than that, I think that's where we can leave off for this episode. So if you guys are excited for this, make sure you like the video, drop a comment down below, share the video with your friends if you really think this is a cool idea. If this is something that you want to do, let me know. Follow me on Twitter, message me, tell me that you think this is a good idea, you love the idea, you're going to give it a shot. Text me or show me your teams, tweet me your teams. I'm really excited to see what can actually come out of this series. But until the next one, I will see you guys later.